Welcome. This is week 7, lesson 33. Hi, here are some things that you should be doing every single day to strengthen your literacy skills. Make sure you watch the alphabet chant video every day. Read your decodable reader for the week. Practice your high frequency word list. Make sure you're reading 20 minutes a day and completing a reading log entry. We also want to make sure that you're practicing your handwriting skills. With a sheet of paper, practice your letters from A to Z, writing your high frequency words, CBC words, and also writing short and simple sentences. Try to do this every day. Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Hodges, your virtual kindergarten teacher. If you're ready to learn something new with me today, give me a thumbs up. Great job. I see all those thumbs up, so we're ready to go. But before we get started, I need you to grab 2 things for me. I need you to go grab your distance learning activity packet. And then I also need you to go grab something to write with and a sheet of paper, okay? We're going to do a lot of writing in today's lesson, all right? So let's go. Let's start off with a transition song. 1, 2, 3, let's sing. Sit down and come together, together, together. Sit down and come together, together right now. It's time to practice sounds and blend them together. Let's practice our high frequency words and write them down. It's time for our high frequency word practice. The word in the box is no. Can you say no? Let me hear you say no. Shake your head with it. No. All right? Now, let's use this word in a sentence. No. You cannot come inside. Let me hear you use the word no in a sentence too. Great job. What is this word in the box? No. The word in the box is not. Can you say not? Let me hear you. That's right, not. Now let's tap it out. Not. Let me use it in a sentence for you. I will not go on the field trip. Not. Let me hear you use the word not in a sentence. Great job. The word in the box is what? That's right, not. All right, boys and girls, next we have our sound drills. The sound drills that we're working on for this week are ending sounds. Not only ending sounds, but all of the 4 ending sounds have double consonants. So let's take a look at the first box. And that sound is the S sound. Can you make the S sound as in dress? So everyone say S with me. Great job. The next sound we have is the Z sound. Say with me. Z sound. And we say that sound as in fizz. Fizz. Say that word. It's kind of fun making those sounds. The next sound we have is the ul sound. Ul sound. Okay? And this sound can be heard in the word fill. Fill. Like fill the bucket up. So everyone say fill. Okay? We hear the ul sound at the very end. The last sound that we have is the sound. It's kind of hard to hear me say it, but you say it with me. The sound, as in stiff. Everybody say sound, as in stiff. Okay? All right, it's my favorite time again. You know it, decodable reading time. Today you're going to read your decodable again. This decodable is called The Bowling Alley. When you're reading this decodable, first of all, I want you to read it 2 times by yourself, okay? We've been reading it all week. I think you're ready to kind of get on your own and start reading it. So once you read that book 2 times, I want you to put a dot under the words that you are having difficulties with. So if there's a word you don't know that you're having difficulties blending out or tapping out, go ahead and put a dot under it. Maybe someone at home will be able to help you with those words a little bit later, okay? The next thing I would like you to do as you're reading this text is to circle all of the high frequency words that you know. The ones specifically that I want you to circle are all, hit, one, can, and will. Okay? I want you to circle those high frequency words in your text. They'll be repeated over and over again. So have fun reading and make sure you follow those couple of rules, all right? All right, press pause on this video, read your decodable 2 times right now, and then press play, and we'll get started on the next part of our lesson. Okay, boys and girls, you know before each lesson we have to make sure we read our learning targets. Let's read our first one. I can identify double consonant endings in a text. So we're going to be looking for these ending sounds. The S sound, the F sound, the O sound, and the Z sound. All right, let's get to it. Are you ready to hunt down some words with me? Just as our learning target says, we're going to have to identify words that end with a double consonant, okay? So as we read this text is going to be a poem actually today. So we're going to read this poem, and every time you hear or read a word that has a double consonant ending, I want you to raise your hand and wave it all around, okay? And that will let me know that you heard the S, the F, the L, or the Z ending of these words. And you know what they are, and you can identify them by hearing them, or you can identify them by seeing them or reading them, okay? So don't forget, if you hear Ms. Hodges say one of these ending sounds with that double consonant, raise your hand and wave it all around, okay? Let's go ahead and get started. The name of our poem is called Do You Ever? Do you ever? Okay? Do you ever eat green peas? No, not me, but I do climb trees. Do you ever make a mess? I saw some hands. What did you raise your hand for? The word what? Mess. Excellent job. Let's keep going. No, not me, but I do play chess. There goes those hands again. What word should I highlight? Chess. Excellent job. We hear the S sound at the end, right? Double consonant. Let's keep going. Do you ever drink water from a well? There we go again. Well, and it has a double consonant. What letter? L. Yep, the L sound. No, not me, but I do have a shell. Again, all these hands. Great job. Shell. And that has a double consonant ending with the sound. I do many things, you see. So please, please stop questioning me. Great job, boys and girls. You were able to identify the ending sounds that have double consonants. Thumbs up to you. Let's move on to the next part of our lesson. Let's sing another song. 1, 2, 3, let's sing. Now let's all be writers, be writers, be writers. Now let's all be writers like the authors we love. Listen to the sentence, the sentence, the sentence. Listen to the sentence we will write as a group. Okay, here are our next set of learning targets. The first one says, I can use what I know about letter sounds to write words in a sentence. Great, I cannot wait. We've been talking about words so much. Now it's going to be time to write words in a sentence. Can't wait. The second learning target says, I can help write a sentence with correct capitalization and punctuation rules. Excellent. So that means when we write, we are going to make sure we have correct capitalization, capital letters in the front, and punctuation marks at the end. Let's begin. We're going to turn to authors. I'm so excited. Make sure you grab a sheet of paper and a pencil. It's interactive writing time. Please stop the video right now and go and get a sheet of paper and a pencil or a dry erase board and a marker. We're going to do a lot of writing coming up, and I want to make sure you have all your writing tools ready to go. All right, great. As you already know, when we read books, we see pictures in our books. There's illustrations there from the illustrator. The words are from the author, and usually the words match what the picture is showing. So we're going to get some practice today in becoming authors. We're going to take a look at a picture, and then we're going to try to create a sentence that matches that picture, just like our decodables, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Take a look at the picture on your screen right now. Let's think about this picture a little bit because we need to take a look at all of the details in this picture. We see Chip, we see some pins, we see a ball. Looks like he's trying to hit some of these pins too. Right, so now my brain is kind of telling me this sentence should be about Chip hitting the pins. So let's create a sentence that kind of illustrates what is happening in this picture. So I'm going to use my hands because I need to know how many words are going to be in my sentence. Remember, we always talk about having simple sentences, words that we can spell, and sentences that are not too long right now. All right, so let's go ahead and create one. Let's start. Chip can hit one pin. Think that sounds good? Chip can hit one pin. That's 5 words, right? That's 5 words. So since our sentence has 5 words, that means we're going to have to write 5 lines to go along with it. So I'm going to draw my 5 lines, and I want you to draw your 5 lines on your paper too. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we know our sentence has 5 words, okay? The first word in our sentence is chip. So everybody write down the word chip. And if you need to blend it out on your fingers, feel free. Go ahead. Blend it out, tap it out, and then go ahead and spell it on our first line. I'm going to give you some time to do that. And don't forget what our learning target said. Our learning target said that we must follow the capitalization and punctuation rules. So remember, chip is at the beginning of our sentence, and it's a name, so it deserves a capital letter, okay? Ch. Remember, that's one sound, even though there's 2 letters, the C and the H. Like iguana, and then p. Chip. Did you write chip like this? I hope you did. That's our first word in our sentence, and make sure that letter was capital, okay? The next word is can. Chip can. Do you know how to spell can? Remember last week we talked about the and family? It was 2 letters that made one sound. We had the am family and the an family. And we figured out that can belongs to the an family with the A and N. So can you spell can for me? Put it on the line. Great. Hopefully you spelled it just like this, right? So our next word, let's start from the beginning. Chip can hit. Hit. That's a word we've been looking for in our decodable all week. Remember, we were supposed to circle the word hit in our decodable. So let's see if we can spell it. It. Hit. So put that first sound. It. Put the second sound. And t. Put the third sound. Hit. Did you write it like that? Awesome. Let's keep going. Chip can hit one. Remember the word one. That's another high frequency word that we've been practicing. So the word is one, okay? As in one only. Let's see if you can write that word. Great. Hopefully you wrote your word that looks just like this. The last word of our sentence, we're almost there. Chip can hit one. What is he hitting? One pin. Okay, can you write the word pin? Like iguana. Pin. Okay, and that's what he's hitting in the picture. Pin. Go ahead and spell that out on your last line. Okay, hopefully yours looks just like this. Okay, great. We're forgetting one thing. What's that one thing? Punctuation mark. So we have to make sure we put our punctuation mark. So there we go. I put a period right at the end, and I need you to do the same thing. Let's read this sentence all together. 1, 2, 3, let's read. Chip can hit one pin. Awesome job, authors. You just created a sentence, and it matches right along with our pictures. Great job with the first sentence. Let's move on to another one. The first thing we need to do is take a look at the picture, Examine all of the details that we see, and then try to create a sentence that matches the picture. So as I'm looking at the picture, I see a couple of things. What do you see? Oh, you see Josh? Me too. You see the pen? I do too. That makes me think of a sentence. And remember, we want to keep it simple. So let's write, Josh can see a pen. That's 5 words. Let's say it again. Josh can see a pen. I think that's a good match. Do you? Okay, great. Let's go ahead and write that sentence. Now we know that sentence has 5 words, okay? It has 5 words, so that means I need how many lines, boys and girls? I need how many? 5. All right. So go ahead and let's write our 5 lines for our sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And notice how I have these spaces in between my words. Why do you think I have those spaces in between my words? That's right. We don't want a sentence that's all smushed together. We wouldn't be able to read it. It wouldn't make sense. It would look kind of sloppy. So we want to make sure we have what? 1 finger space in between each word, okay? So make sure your lines have spaces in between them too, okay? We always want to make sure we're being neat as possible when we're writing, okay? So what was the first word that was going to begin our sentence? Oh yeah, look at the picture. Josh. So let's go ahead and try to spell out the word Josh. Let's go. Like jellyfish. Okay, write your first letter. Like octopus. Second letter. And then the sh sound. The what? Sh sound. Sh. Okay, remember there are 2 letters that make one. And that's the S and the H. Great. And don't forget, we're at the beginning of a sentence. What should this word be? That's right. It should be capitalized. So hopefully your word looks like this. Josh. The second word, so we have Josh can. So the next word is can. And I think we wrote that word in our last sentence, so we should be able to write that really quick. Can. It's also a high frequency word. Awesome. Josh can see. Okay, that's another high frequency word. See. Josh can see, because in the picture he's looking right at that pen. So we know Josh can see the pen. Go ahead and write the word see. Great. Hopefully you wrote yours just like this too. So let's go from the beginning and see what the next 2 words are. Josh can see a. So we know a. Go ahead and write that super quick for Miss Hodges. We know you know how to write it. Nice and neat though. All right, A. And what can he see? A what? Pen. Exactly, a pen. So go ahead and spell out the word pen. Want to tap it out? Okay. Pen. Okay? Go ahead and spell it out. I'll give you a little time. Don't forget 1 finger space in between A and pen too. Perfect. Great job. Don't forget, all sentences end with a what? Punctuation mark. So let's go ahead and put our punctuation mark. And some of you already did it right before Miss Hodges did. Excellent job. So let's read this sentence all together. All right, 1, 2, 3, let's read. Josh can see a pen. Perfect. Let's make sure we followed our learning targets. Is there a capital letter in the front? Check. Is there a punctuation mark at the end? Check. Is there 1 finger spacing between your 5 words? Check. I heard someone say check. Great job. So we are authors now. We are able to write sentences. So after this video, feel free to write as many sentences as you can using your decodable pictures to help you along, or pictures you draw by yourself. All right, let's move on to the next part of this lesson. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to practice what we've learned. It's time to go to work. All right, boys and girls, go and grab your distance learning activity packet and turn to page 124. I'm so glad you were able to go grab your activity packet. I wanted to walk you through the directions for this page. Please turn to page 124. Now, this page is a little bit different from what we've been working on before for interactive writing practice. Before, we had to write a sentence looking at the picture, right? This time, we are going to read the sentence and then write a picture to go along with that sentence. So you're going to have to be able to read the sentence to know what to draw, okay? So I want you to read every single word in the first box. And then once you read those words or that sentence, you should be able to create a picture that matches the words that are there. So let's take a look at number 1, that one is done for you. Let's take a look at it. Number 1 says read it, and I'm going to read it to you. Chip can hit one pin. And then it says draw it. So I would go ahead and draw Chip as best as I can. Even though I'm not an artist, I'm going to just try my best, okay? And I'm going to try to draw the pins. I'm going to try to do everything that's in that sentence. Now let's look at number 2. I want you to be able to read these sentences, so I'm not going to read all of these sentences because I wanted you to try to read these words independently. Tap them out as you go, but your job is to read these sentences and then create a cute little picture to go along with it, okay? So have fun doing this activity. Please ask for help at home if you need it, but I have confidence in you and I know you can do this. All right. Before you leave me for today, I have one more question. What did you do today that is helping you become a more proficient writer and reader? Think about that for a quick second. What have we been doing to help build your writing skills and your reading skills? Share it out loud to me now. I heard someone say writing sentences, practicing high frequency words, doing our ending sounds with those double consonants. Yeah, all of those things definitely did help us become better writers and readers. So continue to use those skills and remember to keep reading. Every single night you should be picking up a book and putting it in your reading log, okay? Have fun. I will see you next time and enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.